But when I was a probationer, I was working with Lynn Louise, rest in peace. I always have to say that because these are my partners that left us too soon.
And probationer means you're a probationary officer.
I'm a probationary officer in my first
being
year.
Evaluated.
Yeah. So Lynn and I, I'll tell you a funny story about Lynn. This is 1981. The mentality, he's a Vietnam veteran, Marine. They're looking at me as a Hispanic male of 150 pounds at the time. And we get in a car, he's my training officer, so he's like, he's always smoked, and he grits his teeth like this, and he's got his steering wheel, and he goes, Balderrama, what kind of a name is that? And I said, well, sir, it's, my father was Colombian and my mom was Mexican. He goes, do you speak Spanish? I says, no. At the time, I really didn't speak that Spanish. I said, no, sir. He says, then what good are you? I said, well, I can run fast. And he started laughing, chuckling about that, because I just got out of the academy. I can run fast. And after that, we got along great. We had some good capers together. I was working at UC kind of like that with that SPEW unit, and I thought I was really, really cool. And I was down in Skid Row, and I wasn't dressed like that, but I was in.
Oh wait, dressed like you were
like
undercover?
Like a gangster, yeah. I was just
we're working undercover, got it.
Right, we're looking for car burglars and stuff. So I'm following this one guy, and as I'm stopped at the light, I hear someone said, Officer Balderrama. And I look down, and it's Shorty, this guy that was local. I've dealt with him before. And I look, he says, yeah. He says, you working undercover? I said, yeah. He says, who you following? I said, that guy up there I gave him the description. Okay, I'll help you. No, you don't, you don't have to, but I'll talk to you later.
Please stay out of this.
It was just so funny, because it was Shorty, but Shorty had his own troubles.
Poor Shorty.
Shorty. He was a boxer. I wouldn't want to box him, but he was a tough guy. I was dressed like that in that picture.
So you were undercover?
Undercover, working special problems unit, but I was dressed like that guy in the picture with I had a long mustache, and I was dressed with a white long sleeve shirt, the way I was. And I was driving a beater Regal or something, and I had a partner, B. Johnson, I think your name was? Yeah. And we're just looking up in Chinatown, and as we're driving, and we hadn't set up any perimeter, anything to work that day with the sergeant and the other officers yet. But I spot this guy, kid really, about 16 or 17, and he's tagging, spray painting gang graffiti on the bus bench. I says, what is this? I said, I have a thing against graffiti. It just bugs the heck out of me. So I had the window down, and I used my best Spanish. I call it Spanglish because it's ghetto gangster Spanish. And I won't do it here because it'd be, but I said like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? This is my neighborhood, so you better get out of here. I could do the impersonation if you want, but it was pretty radical. But so the guy go, I'm sorry, man, and he said, you better get out of here. So you better start running. And I could pull it off. And my wife knows it's when I get into it. So he starts walking northbound towards through Chinatown, and I tell him, no, man, you better run. So he starts running, and I get in the car, I make the turn, go up about a block ahead of him, and stop, and I get out of the car, and the guy comes, he's like running, looking back, and I go, hey, what I told you to keep running. I said, I'm gonna kick your ass. And he's like, oh man, just leave me alone. And he starts running more. And B's lying. She's dying in the car. She's laughing so hard, and I'm laughing because it's funny. I jumped back in the car. She said, "You do it again?" I said, "Yes." So I drove 2 blocks ahead and got into a position where, sure enough, here he comes jogging. Now because he wasn't in great shape. He was a couple of tortas over the limit, as we say. So he comes up and he's like, hey, I'll do it right. One time I'll do it for you. He goes, hey, fucker, I told you. I said, man, you better keep on running and get out of my barrio. And like that, and I'm really playing it. And he's like, oh, man, please, just leave me alone. I'll leave. And he runs. He goes and running over the bridge into Hollenbeck Division.